right, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. We're waking up the hopeful elect and risking your lives and freedoms to do so. This is the brother Zion Amon from the GMS Detroit By Camp. And this lesson is going to be centered around, as you can see on the screen, Babylon. All right. And if you didn't know, Babylon is America. All right. In the scriptures. When you read the scriptures and when the scriptures are going into Babylon or the daughter of Babylon, that's dealing with America. All right. Because the scriptures, the Bible, all right, covers everything. All right, past, present, and future. All right, and if it was to mention, all right, you have to think, all right, concerning history, all right, it mentioned, all right, the Egyptian captivity that we were in. It mentions the old world Babylon, right, Babylonian, Assyrian captivity. It mentions the the Persian and the Medes captivity. It mentions the Greeks. It mentions the Romans, right? So why wouldn't the Bible describe, or I will say that describe, all right, America, all right? And it's not going to say America in the scriptures, because you have to understand the words of the Most High is a mystery, it's a secret. And as the precept pursuant to Amos, I want to say Amos 3 and 7, the Most High would do nothing. He reveals his secrets, right, to the servants, the prophets. All right. And those hopeful elect are likened unto friends, right? So, you're only going to reveal, secrets unto your friends, people you're close with. Right, people that's trying to get close to you. So that's why the whole world can't, or the world as a majority, all right, starting with the heathen nations, all right, 2/3 of our people, they can't receive this word because they're not doing, what's necessary to get close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So they can't understand the secrets. All right, but just to get right into it, Babylon, man. And I just decided to look it up, Merriam-Webster dictionary. Spirit put on me just to see. All right. And so we have it, Babylon. It says a city devoted to materialism and sensual pleasure. All right. A city devoted to materialism and sensual pleasure. Now, I mean, shit. Hearing and seeing that should be obvious. Like, when you go through the countries, right? What country is more? How I'm trying to say that most fits the bill of this definition. It's definitely America. I wasn't even going to look up this per se. I had another word I was going to go into, but to see that plain and clear, it's like, oh wow, showing that through the spirit, these elites, they understand that Babylon is speaking of America, because that's exactly what's pushed here in this society, to consume, right? Especially in regards to like technology, in regards to clothing, food, in terms of the sensual pleasure, have it your way, obey your thirst, so on and so forth, right? Hungry, why wait? Everything is about fulfilling the needs of the flesh. instant gratification, right? In terms of consuming, right? Jay always gotta have the newest phone, the newest whatever. As soon as it dropped, he first in line, right? Spending the night at whatever store, right? Just to consume the newest item, right? Whether it's a shoe, whether it's a phone, whatever, TV, whatever, right? So it's no coincidence that that we're basically China's biggest consumer. And hell, they're our number one customer, right? Or supplier, should I say? Right? Because a lot of imports come from China, as we know. So we have that, right? And just to highlight that point, let's get this. I'll go straight to the point just to show that this is a merchant city, right? That will be destroyed by what? Thermonuclear fire. All right. This is Revelation 18. I'll start at verse 6. It says, "Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, and double according to her works." Right? What was her works? Basically, having the Israelites captive here in America. All right. And shooting Jake down in these streets, hanging Jake, false accusations, right? The whole nine. First fired, last hired. We're just the scum of the earth, right? In the eyes of the so-called white man in this whole world, right? Through his media, He doesn't waste the opportunity, right, to make us look bad, right? So that's the devil for you. The devil, he's ruling, okay? He's been set up to rule here in America, Just had the devil just go by me, the cops, that is. But so America's gonna get their get back. They're gonna get rewarded double, right? And that's why the fire is coming, But reading on, it says, "How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously." All right, what did it say? It said, "A city devoted to materialism." All right, living the good life. Consume. Having your heart's desire at the drop of a hat. Living deliciously. All right, it says, where we at? Yeah, live deliciously in verse 7. "So much torment and sorrow give her, for she's safe in her heart," right? Meaning in her mind, right? This is the mind base of the so-called white man. They think they ain't gonna get touched, all right? They think missiles is not gonna destroy this place, right? "I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." So this is a parable. America is likened it to a woman, a proud woman, a whore, essentially. She ain't no widow, meaning she's never been married. She's an independent woman, right? So-called, right? And she'll see no sorrow. It's always gonna be happy days, right? In the minds of the Esau, Edom, as the scriptures say. What's that scripture? Their houses shall continue forever. I think that's Psalms 49:11. You know, that's the mind of so-called white man, that they always think that they're going to be on top. You know, they don't think they can be brought down. And by man, they won't. But by divine intervention, they will. And that's being Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the angels. Right? That's going to minister. That's going to, that's going to put the spirit, okay, on these other countries, okay, to attack and destroy this place. Babylon, aka America. Alright. Now, let's see. I'm going to jump down to verse 10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, right? Because it said a city, right? That's you know, a city that what did it say? Yeah, a city devoted to materialism and sensual pleasure. All right, but not just, you know, not just city like excuse me, because not city like in the sense of like, you know, Detroit, Atlanta, LA. You know, that's why it calls it the great city. You understand? Because it's speaking of all of America, all right, from coast to coast, all right? Because no matter where you go, all right, the majority of the people have the mind, okay, of the so-called white man. All right, I don't care where you go, all right? You see everyone that's, you know, going to college to be successful and, you know, get them a high-paying job, or if it's not that, right? They great majority of these people are moles, right? Or they advocate for moles, you know, one way or the other. So all these people have the mind of the whore, if you can understand that. It says, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That's how long it's going to take to destroy this place. And then verse 11 it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. And that's the point I wanted to get to highlight, dealing with, right, this definition of Babylon. A city devoted to materialism and sensual pleasure, right? All right, to if you're devoted to materialism, right, that means you're gonna be buying stuff. All right. So again, there's no other country, city, all right, that's more devoted to consumerism than America, hands down. You know. Now, when you go into what Babylon means, okay, in the Hebrew, what it actually means, we'll get it real quick. Let's go here. Babel. That's where the word Babylon comes from. Comes from the root word Babel. Right, Babylon means, right, land, okay, of confusion, and the word Babel or Babal, right, means what? Confusion by mixing. All right. And you had a term where you have the term, you know, the great melting pot, which is a reference to America, all right? And they call it that because this was the nation that was open arms, so to say, to invite any and everybody to come, come in this country, set up shop, and, one, consume, and two, to be so-called successful, So you had a lot of different nationalities, ethnicities that came here to the Americas to have a better life, to live, to have the option, if you will, of living deliciously, right? So Babel means confusion, So I want to go into that word, confusion. What does that say in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary? Or what is it synonymous with? Alright. It says confusion, an act or instance of confusion, the quality or state of being confused, a confused mass or mixture, right? Now let's go through some of these synonyms, right? It says one being chaos, chaotic, disarrangement, right? Disorder, right? Why is it disorderly or disordered? Because, right, this place doesn't uphold the laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The white man has his own way, his own image, his own laws, all right, his own way, of doing things. You understand? So by him setting that up, it's made this whole country, out of order, disorderly. What's that? Let me get this real quick. I think that's what's that, Isaiah? Yep. This is Isaiah 24 and verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Right? That's the whole earth, right? Due to the rulership of this so-called white man, let alone America. All right? It's out of pocket, because they have transgressed the laws. That's right. Changed the ordinances, right? Changed the order of things. What did Confucius say? It said it was synonymous with disorder, right? It says broken the everlasting covenant. That's right. I want to read that in the NLT as well. It said the earth suffers for the sins of its people, right? For they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. That's right. Because what? Where they have the saying, right? It's printed on their money, right? In God we trust. Okay. God bless America and all this. But hold on, what God are they talking about though? They're not talking about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because if they were, then they would at least try, right? To keep the laws of the Most High. But again, they don't do that. They may swear on it in court, right? Throw it out the back door, and then they come with what? Their penal code system, their own statutes, their own way of judging and ruling, in their court systems and whatnot. All right, going back. It says, with some other definitions, it says your disorderliness, disorganization, confusion, man. Right, when men are so-called having a relationship with another man, that's disorderly. That's confusion. You can't mix them two together. They don't go together. They both got an Audi, right? They both got an Audi. You cannot procreate with two Audis, right? Or two innies, all right? Being women. Two women can't create nothing. Two men can't create nothing. So that's out of order. That's out of pocket. That's unlawful, okay? It says, Free for all. Exactly. Everybody doing their own thing here in America. You know, have your way. Do what's the saying from what's this guy? His name escaped me right now, but he was a Satanist. You know, do as thou wilt. All right, he had the saying, right? Do as thou wilt, right? Do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel good in the moment. You understand? It says, now this is interesting. Havoc, heck, and namely hell. All right. So hell is synonymous with confusion, and we know Babylon means confusion. Okay. So in a sense, you could say Babylon is synonymous with hell. Babylon is hell, you know, in terms of a condition. You know, you have hell, all right, in the scriptures, Hades, which is dealing with the grave, all right, but you also have the condition of hell, because, hey, the scriptures say heaven is going to be set up on earth, right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be set up on earth, right? We're going to reign on the earth. Just to quickly prove that, a few precepts, but one that come to mind is, I think that's Revelation 5. Yep, this is Revelation 5. I start at verse 9. It says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. All right, the one that redeemed us back to the Father is Yahushua. All right, he's the one that shed his blood, who the world would ignorantly call Jesus. Okay, his true name is Yahushua, and he did that. Read on and say, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So there you go. The kingdom of heaven, all right, will be established upon the earth. So as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. Roughly paraphrasing, all right. So yeah, we're in hell right now. Whole time you've been looking for some place where you go after you die and burn forever. Like, no. Well, that burning, they got the burning right, but the place is off. Okay, Babylon is that place of a hell that's gonna burn with fire for quite a long time. Right? Or it says the smoke is going to ascend up for quite a long time due to the burning. But yeah, that kind of tripped me out. That hell is synonymous with confusion. You know? And we know what that Babylon means, confusion. So thus again, Babylon is synonymous with hell. And we in hell, man. We in captivity. All right? This is not living here in America, right? You just making it. Jay often say that. I'm just making it. I'm just getting by. You know, I'm going through something. I'm going through hell. Well, you're damn right. You are going through hell right here in America as you walk up and down these streets, drive up and down these streets, and day in, day out, going to work. So you can't see in the morning, can't see at night. You know what I'm saying? Barely got time to put a decent meal together, just to wash, rinse, and repeat, right? The same nonsense day after day, you know. So yeah, we're truly in hell. But hey, the Lord said He's gonna do what with hell? Right? He said death and hell. He's gonna put it away. This is see where I want to get it at. I start at verse 12. This is Revelation 20:12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yahweh, and the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Right? The book of life is the scriptures. Right? You got another book basically going to your deeds. Right? Your whole life is a book in a sense. And that's going to be measured, all right, against the scriptures. Right? You know, you're going to be judged according to your works in this life. Right? Versus the scriptures to see, you know, how you measure up. Right? And you're either going to get what? A white stone or a black stone. And that black stone represents death. You know, that white stone represents salvation. You know, it says, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. All right. So, hey, now we know, now we got more of a sense of what it's speaking of when it says hell is cast into the lake of fire, i.e. America, because we just saw that, right? Hell is synonymous with confusion, right? So America, when we say America is going to be destroyed, when it's going to be burned with fire, that is of a fact. That's of a truth, you know? Death and hell were cast to the lake of fire, and this is the second death. That's right. And that's how America is going out, all right? The elect will be caught up as the missiles rain upon this place. Will be given those new bodies, all right? And death is going to be done away with. For the Israelites, we won't die anymore. The Lord promised us immortality, you know? Right? And the hell, as far as conditions, it's going to be better days, right, after America is destroyed, you know? We're not going to have to deal with it's a laundry list, but we ain't going to have to deal with none of this BS anymore, you know? So I'm going to just leave it there. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.